Now, there is no relief for Team Rahul Gandhi from the Surat Session Court as the court has refused to grant an interim stay on the conviction. Rahul Gandhi's team, remember, had sought a stay on the conviction along with the suspension of sentence. The court has gone on to say that such an order cannot be passed without hearing the other side. The notice has now been issued to the complainant in the case to respond by the 10th of April, and the next hearing has been scheduled for the 13th of April. Let's also now bring in our legal correspondent Ananya Bhatnagar, who's joining us on the broadcast. Now, Ananya, of course, in simple terms, this is a setback for Team Rahul Gandhi and his legal counsel because they would have wanted a suspension as well as a stay as far as the conviction is concerned. Considering the fact that hasn't happened, where does this take the case and why did the court not entertain these applications by the legal counsel of Rahul Gandhi?
Since, it is definitely a big setback for Rahul Gandhi that on the first day of hearing on the application that he has filed for seeking a stay on this conviction has not been granted yet. Because remember that this would have been an ex parte order had it been passed, and the court has said that we cannot pass an order in a criminal case without hearing the other side, and that's the reason why in fact notices have been issued on the three basically petitions that have been filed by Rahul Gandhi. Number one is the appeal challenging the trial court order wherein he has been convicted and sentenced for 2 years in this particular defamation case. Various grounds including that of lack of jurisdiction has been used by Rahul Gandhi to challenge that particular order. There's been filed that had held him guilty for the offence of defamation under 499 and 500 of the IPC, that is the Indian Penal Code, and had also, sentenced him to 2 years of imprisonment, which was actually stayed at that point of time. Because remember, whenever 2 years or lesser of sentence is given, there can be a stay that can be sought on the sentencing, and a period of 30 days was granted to Rahul Gandhi to exercise his remedy before a higher court to challenge this particular order. And since now that particular order has been challenged, the court has today extended his interim bail, has granted him interim bail, or what we in in general terms or in terms of criminal jurisprudence say a stay on his sentence. Since Rahul Gandhi is a convicted in this case, a bail in this context would actually mean that a stay on his sentence has been granted until and unless this appeal will be decided by the court of law. Now, 13th of April is the date when the stay on conviction application would be heard, and May 3 is the date when the final hearing on the main petition that has been filed challenging this particular order of the trial court will be heard. Now, what has Rahul Gandhi stated in his petition? Certain details that we could access is that he has challenged the particular order on the lack of jurisdiction. Secondly, what Rahul has said that the order is ab initio wrong and has been passed illegally is what the court has said. Though we'll have to wait and watch as to what would be the court saying when it actually goes on to hear this matter. By April 10th, the respondent, that is the complainant in this particular case, is to file its response, and whether the complainant would be opposing any kind of a stay on the conviction or not is something that is a matter of time, and we'll get to know when the matter resumes on April 13th. The reply has to be filed by 3 days ahead of the hearing, and we'll have to wait. So,
Ananya, they're explaining what the possible options is and how this case is going to move forward. Ananya, we'll just request you to stay on with us. Let's also bring in our colleague Sharon Elizabeth, who's been tracking the developments that are coming in politically, also getting us some voices. Sharon?
Well, Ridhima, in fact, I'm joined by the legal team, one of the members of the legal team of Rahul Gandhi, Ms. Hiral Panbala. Ma'am, what exactly really happened inside the court today? If you could briefly tell us, how many applications, first of all, were filed? What is the main application and what are the tag-along applications that was filed today?
Right. So, we had filed an appeal to challenge the order of the lower court, and we have asked for the relief of setting aside of the order of the lower court. Along with the main appeal, 2 applications were filed. One was for the bail and stay of sentence, which was heard today and it was granted. So Rahul Gandhi has been granted bail and his sentence has been stayed. The second application is the application for the stay of conviction, which has been adjourned on 13th of April. So the hearing will take place on 13th.
And what is on 3rd of May? 3rd of May is the whole the case that will be heard on 3rd of May.
Yeah, so when the appeal was filed, the main date was given was 3rd of May, but because we had submitted 2 applications and the hearing for the stay of conviction is required, so we had requested for a shorter date and the date was shortened to 13th of April.
So R.S. Chima, along with your father, K.C. Panwala, are the legal team. So what is going to be the next step? Is the 13th of April the most crucial date as far as this case is concerned?
Yeah, certainly, because the application for the stay of conviction is the main application, and which is very crucial. And Advocate Chima would be coming to Surat again and arguing the matter. This is what I know.
Is there a requirement for Rahul Gandhi to be physically present in the court on 13th of April?
No, he has been granted bail, and the court has orally told us that his presence is not required.
One last question. Do you see, being as part of the Rahul Gandhi's legal team, do you see that this is going to be a long fight, this is going to be a long process as far as his disqualification is concerned, to revoke that and the stay of the conviction? Do you think it is going to be a long legal battle?
We don't know. I mean, we are hoping, our eyes are pinned on 13th of April. Let us see what happens. We will give our best shot.
So that was Hiral Panwala, who is part of the Rahul Gandhi legal team, and she has explained to us that what are the steps that they are going to take in coming days, and how 13th of April is going to be one of the crucial dates where the legal team will once again the court will be hearing the matter.
So Sharon was getting us that voice of representatives of the legal team of Rahul Gandhi. They're saying they're hopeful, they're optimistic, and 13th of April is going to be very crucial for them. But politically speaking also, Sharon, before I go back to Ananya, we saw a massive show of strength with Rahul Gandhi and other supporters of the Congress party. The counter question here coming in from the BJP is, why aren't you letting law take its own course? Why are you creating a political spectacle?
Well, that is of course a question that will come in anyone's mind, because as far as the appeal of filing the plea was concerned, there was no requirement today for Rahul Gandhi to be physically present in the court. But even then, we have seen how Rahul Gandhi, along with Priyanka Gandhi and other senior leaders, there were two buses full of Congress senior leaders, the Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh. All of them has in fact come down in support of Rahul Gandhi. So this was clearly a show of strength as far as the entire issue is concerned. We have seen how the BJP has been questioning that why there was a delay on part of the legal team of Rahul Gandhi to approach the court. Why were they taking about a week altogether? We have seen the kind of reasoning that has come from the Congress party. They have been saying that the entire judgment order has in fact been in Gujarati, that needs translation and that needs time. Apart from that, they also have been saying that they are waiting for Mohammad Faisal, one of the MPs from Lakshadweep, who was in fact disqualified. What is going to be the Supreme Court's decision on that? They were waiting for that order as well, and accordingly that is why there was a delay. But the BJP has been saying that this was a very strategized move by the Congress party to delay the entire approaching the court in this matter, because Rahul Gandhi, the Congress party, wanted to gain sympathy on ground. There were a number of press conferences in this one last week itself since his disqualification. There was a number of press conferences, nationwide protests that was in fact lined up by the Congress party. But did it really make any impact on ground is of course the questions that are being asked by the political pundits as well. Nevertheless, today
because the counter
well,
coming in is that this is a legal battle. Why don't you fight it legally? Why are you creating this into a political spectacle? Sharon and Ananya, we'll request you to stay on with us. Let's also listen in to some political reactions, essentially the war of words that's erupted between the BJP and the Congress.
अब राज्य के मुख्यमंत्रियों को काम छुड़ाकर इस काम पे लगाया है। मेरा एक सवाल और है, पूर्व में नरसिम्हा राव जी थे, पी चिदम्बरम जी थे, डी शिव कुमार जी थे, इन सबको भी जेल जाना पड़ा, इस्तीफे देने पड़े। तब कितने कांग्रेस के लोग साथ में गए थे? क्या एक परिवार संविधान से बड़ा हो गया, संसद से बड़ा हो गया, देश से बड़ा हो गया है?
कोर्ट के निर्णय के ऊपर हम बहस नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन अन्याय के खिलाफ तो हम लड़ सकते हैं। तो हम लड़ रहे हैं सरकार के खिलाफ। वो ये नहीं चाहते कि यहाँ पर जेपीसी बिठाए और जेपीसी के ओर से इसकी तनकायत यानी इंक्वायरी हो, वो नहीं चाहते।